And like I said, I'm going to be going over there for making that choice, but so hard to go through. For sure, Kristen. I know that you are intimate with having a parent go through it. You know, he hopefully, tomorrow I'm going to go over there. I'll sit with him and, be be comforting and, I'll bring some stuff over. I think I'm going to make some chicken soup for them and spend some time with mom, so that she is somebody to do a little supporting of her. I gotta say, I'm really not impressed by my mom. Is the oldest of six siblings, only she doesn't have all five of them around still, but she does have four of them. And one of my uncles is not really in a position to come up and help, but like my parents went down and helped that uncle when he had serious health problems. And I'm just, maybe it's happened and I haven't seen it happen behind the scenes. But none of my, I'm pretty unimpressed by the support that mom has been getting from her numerous siblings who are all younger than her. But whatever, eldest child TM, she's got me. So Michael has gotten painkillers several different times, but he came from a family of addicts and has tendencies toward it, so he was always like half his prescription left by the time he's supposed to be off them. He will also count them because he's paranoid about it from past issues. Yeah, no, totally understandable. I had to refuse them when I had my C-section. They ended up pumping me full during the surgery. They still didn't work, but I knew I couldn't take them after. I know, Sarah, that fucking sucks. Absolutely fucking sucks. Yeah, I have no opiates order on my chart, not because I particularly had any issue with abusing them, but I am very sensitive to them. And when I was younger and used to end up in the ER a lot more often for migraines, they would put me on opiate drip, like intravenously, not a by an oral medication. And I would leave the hospital and like would get a kickback headache, like a kickback migraine from the opiates like leaving my system. And it took a while to figure out that that was happening, but like when they wouldn't give me painkillers when I was just getting anti-inflammatory and anti-nausea in saline, I wasn't having, I was leaving and going home and being okay. But when I was getting the opiate painkillers and then going home, I almost always would end up back in the ER. You know what I mean? Extremely noxious, like stitch burst risk. That and almost every person in my family has struggled with addiction. So I said, no, thanks. Yeah, no, it's one of those things that's really difficult because pain management fucking sucks. Managing pain is like not a fun thing to do, and unfortunately, you know, a very effective way to do it is to use some of these drugs, which is difficult because, for any number of reasons we've all been discussing, habit forming, even if not habit forming for the user, your body, going through withdrawal. I had to like repeating pattern trip that whole month till it slowly tapered off. Ugh. I hate that. Fentanyl is also fucking terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I'm just saying. It's like one of those things where it's difficult because again, when you're when you're in a medical situation like that, I know with a newborn baby, I'm very glad that you had good support structure, Sarah. But Jesus, that's really tough. Really, really, really tough. When I had that dying tooth issue, that was some of the worst pain I had ever felt in my life, to the point that I went looking for some of those leftover painkillers. I was hesitant, and I was texting my paramedic friend, and they were like, I'm not sure it'll do anything because they don't always work for that kind of pain. But honestly, if you got to wait till morning anyway, it won't hurt you. Yeah. I know, Sarah. That's fucking terrible. Absolute nightmare fuel. You lived through a straight up horror movie with that whole situation. I tried my very hardest not to take opiates. I was able to make it through my ankle fiasco during pregnancy with only one day on hydromorphone immediately after surgery, and then switched to Tylenol. It was hell. Yeah, no, honestly, so powerful. Tooth pain is literally the worst. I'm telling you. Tell me why I'm struggling with wanting another baby when that's how my birth went. Because you got that big, strong, bearded man that you, you know. Sandy, hi, by the way. How are you doing, my dear? Sandy!